Hello guys, welcome to a brand new video of mine.
Hello guys, today is the 1st day of July. This is gonna be another special episode of traveling during the coronavirus pandemic. I'd like to take you back to March. I'm not sure if you still remember, back then it was a really critical moment. Australia began to see 3-digit new cases growth per day from the 19th of March. On 14th of March, I travelled on Qantas Airways flights from Canberra to Adelaide via Melbourne. In this video, I'd like to show you what safety measures Qantas Airways has implemented since March. When I was making this video, I have to say it was really shocking to see what they did back then compared to what they have done today in terms of the safety measures. Hope you enjoyed this video.
So quiet. There are more staff members than passengers. I just went through security. There were literally more security staff than the passengers themselves. About the precautions of the security, not really. The trays was really dirty. I don't really want to put my bags on it, but I have to. I wish they could put some sanitizer, just wipe the surface of the carousel and the baskets, the trays as well, because it looks really dirty.
At the time the video was filmed, Qantas cut out 25% of its international services and 5% of its domestic services. However, from late March to early June, Qantas axed all its international services and only kept 5% of its domestic services. The 2 flights I caught in this video have been indefinitely suspended since late March.
So cool. Wow.
Hello everyone, Flight 819 to Melbourne is now ready for general boarding through gate lounge number 11. Thank you and enjoy the flight.
No social distancing, no hand sanitizing station, and no one's wearing face masks. Pretty shocking when we look at it today, hey? I was upgraded to an emergency exit seat at the boarding gate. I guess there ain't many passengers on board today. Just in case you are interested, there are 3 rows of business class seats in a 2-2 configuration and 162 economy class seats in a 3-3 configuration on Qantas's Boeing 737-800 aircraft.
Melbourne, we look forward to taking you there this morning, or this afternoon I should say, on our 45-minute journey.
Not clean properly.
The interior of the aircraft looks pretty clean, but as you can see, the tray table was not wiped between each flight. This is really dangerous because usually people put the food and their hands on the tray table. If the passenger on the previous flight was sick and the tray table was not disinfected after the flight, then it's not hard to imagine what could happen to the passenger on the next flight who's sitting in that seat. The view outside the emergency exit seat is usually blocked by the wing and the engine, but one of the perks is that you get extra legroom. Most of Qantas's 737s are Wi-Fi enabled, so is this one. Qantas's Wi-Fi is one of the fastest I've used on an airplane, and it is free and has unlimited data for all passengers. If you pre-download the Qantas Entertainment app before you fly, you can stream movies and TV shows to your own device. There are always a wide range of programs for you to choose from. Unfortunately, beginning from April, Qantas has temporarily suspended Wi-Fi services and in-flight entertainment in order to cut its operational costs. Usually depends on the time of the flight, a complimentary meal or snack is provided on all Qantas and QantasLink flights. I'll talk more on my next flight from Melbourne to Adelaide.
on behalf of Qantas and the team today, once again, welcome to Melbourne and thanks for flying with us. We do hope you enjoyed this short flight with us today. We certainly do look forward to seeing you again soon when you next choose to fly. Thanks.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is Melbourne Airport, ladies and gentlemen. Look how empty it is. It's literally almost no cars parking on this lane. There's only 2 cars I can see. I can't believe this is Melbourne Airport. Let's have a look at the departure area, the check-in lounge. Oh my god, there's literally nobody here. Can you believe it? Number 2. Let's go.
I guess now we all are used to seeing a haunted airport or a ghost shopping centre. But back then, I was really surprised at how empty Australia's second busiest airport is. Now let's catch the second flight of the day from Melbourne to Adelaide. This is also a Boeing 737 aircraft with the exact same layout as my last flight. The only difference is there's a seat back screen behind each seat.
Still not wiped.
If you can reach the seat in front, brace. By placing your forehead on the back of the seat, hold your lower legs or put
This
your
is Qantas's new in-flight safety video to celebrate its 100th anniversary, released on the 1st of March. Apparently, they spent 12 months perfecting the detail of each seat to be as accurate as possible. The video is both fascinating and emotional.
Whether you're starting a journey or heading home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing respect to each other and our crew. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for your support.
And thank you for your attention. Have a great flight.
Again, this flight is Wi-Fi enabled, and instead of streaming videos to your own device, you can watch them on the seatback screen. If you'd like to know more about the in-flight entertainment system, feel free to check out my previous video. Just click on the card on the top right of your screen. So this is a typical dinner meal you normally get on a Qantas domestic flight. Usually you get to choose between a salad or a hot meal. Today's hot meal is chicken pasta. However, beginning from April, in order to minimize the risk of spreading the virus on board, Qantas has changed their food and beverage service, which means the meals on board have now become packaged snacks, which looks like the snack I had on the previous flight from Canberra to Melbourne, and the beverage is bottled water only.
Minutes past 7. So far, lucky, and thanks for choosing to fly Qantas today. Hope to see you again soon. Good evening.
So that's pretty much it about this flight experience back in March. What have we learned? Well, the first case of the coronavirus in Australia was identified in late January. By the 14th of March, it's already been 1.5 months, yet Qantas didn't do any extra safety measures, for example, extra cleaning on board at all. Well, it's hard to say if any patients in Australia were actually infected on a plane, but I do hope in the future Qantas could act quickly and have extra cleaning during a health crisis. On 19th of March, the Prime Minister of Australia finally decided to close the Australian border to all foreign citizens, and on 24th of March, South Australia, along with WA, NT, Queensland, Tasmania, has closed the state border in order to stop the spread of the virus. And of course, travelling in the air has not been safe again. Since the beginning of June, every Qantas and Jetstar passenger has been provided with a face mask and sanitizing wipes, along with many other safety measures to ensure our safety on board. Feel free to find out more in my previous videos. March and April this year have been one of the darkest times in Australian aviation. March was not safe to fly, and April there was nowhere we can fly to. The purpose of this video is for us to remember this unprecedented time in our life. We need to stay alert and never let our guard down, and hopefully it will never happen again. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, like always, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video.
And welcome to Adelaide, where the local time is approaching 7:30. Please stay safe until the captain has switched off the seatbelt sign.